So welcome to the class, and today we start graphs of nonlinear equations and more complex equations. So this topic the topic, and also we are going to see the nonlinear. So nonlinear could be nonlinear graph, could be parabola, could be circle, or could be anything else. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. This is the parabola. If you take the linear equations like y equals, see here, one thing be very clear when I say either y or f of x, both are same here. That is, let's say ax plus b. And if you try to plot the graph of this one, you are going to get the straight line. It's something like y equals to mx plus c. So here y equals to ax plus b. This is the linear equations. And the graph is this is the graph of the linear equations. So y equals to ax plus b. So today's our main focus be for parabola. Let us say you are taking a non-linear equation, f of x is ax squared plus bx plus c. And if you try to plot the graph of this one, you are going to get parabola. How to plot the graph? You can take any example, put many values. There are many ways to plot the graph. I take an example, let us say f of x is equal to given x squared minus 6x plus 8. So this is f of x is nothing but y. Sorry. So the simplest way to plot any graph, what we can do is, we can put here x, here y, put different values for x and y. Let us say I put x is equal to 0, so y be 8, x is equal to 1. So 1 minus 1, 8, 9, so this be 3. And if I put x is equal to 2, so it could be, if you put 2 here, 2 to the 4, yeah, it be 0, etc. So you get many values for y, many values for x, and you just take 2D system, and if you try to plot, so you'll be getting graph something like this, right? So the simplest way to plot any graph, just create a table, get different points, and just put the dot dot that all points and join that all dots, you'll be getting the graph. So what I'm trying to say, if the equation is something like f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, and you try to plot the graph, you'll be getting the shape like this, and this shape is called parabola. Here, a few interesting things we need to see. When I'm saying f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, and in this, if a is positive, then this be the parabola opens up. We are calling happy smile. This is smiling and happy. So parabola will open up if a is positive. Like this example, if you see here, I have taken here, what is a? Can you tell me the value of a here in this example?
A is 1.
1. And 1 is a positive number. So parabola will open up. If I take another example where f of x could be minus 2x squared plus 5x, anything, whatever comes in my mind, I'm writing plus 8. Now you can see in this case, a is negative. In this case, parabola will opens down. Okay. So here, two things I learned here. We learned here, one is, if you try to plot the quadratic equations, that be the parabola. And if a is positive, parabola will opens up. And if a is negative, parabola will opens down, and we are calling it is sad smile. Sad smile. So that was the happy smile. This is the sad smile. And when it is sad smile, you can make a note here when a is negative. Right? Okay. Now we'll discuss more about this parabola. So I take an example when parabola opens up. So you can see parabola opens up, but it goes up to infinite. It never ends. It keep moving up. It keep moving up. It go up to infinity distance. Similarly, it keep going down, 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 down. It's going down, down, down up to infinite distance, right? But you find in both cases of the parabola, there is a point from where it takes the U-turn. In case when parabola going up, so this is the point from where this parabola is getting turning and going up. And this turning point is called minimum or maximum, or better word, we can say this is the vertex. First you say this turning point is called the vertex. And at vertex, you find the minimum and maximum value of this function. Similarly here, in this case, here is taking turning point. So this is the vertex. At vertex, you can find the minimum and maximum value of the parabola, right? Now, we can easily identify when could be the minimum and when could be the maximum. Jubin, you see here when parabola opens up, so when I say f of x, so the max value of f of x is nothing but maximum y coordinate of the function, right? So in this first case where we have the red parabola, so what could be the max value by looking the graph? It goes up to plus infinity, right? Y coordinate is going up, 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 up. This be the, and at vertex, whatever be the y coordinate of the parabola, that be the minimum value, right? Similarly, in the second case, if you talk about this case, you can see it's going down, down, down. So what is f of x min in this case? That is the minus infinity because it's going down, extreme down, right? And what is the max value? Max value be here, whatever be the y coordinate of this vertex, that is going to be the minimum value, maximum value in this case. You can see there is a line which divides this parabola into two equal parts. That is called axis of symmetry. That is called axis of symmetry. See here, this is the divider line. Exactly 50% area you can see this side. Exactly 50% area you can see this side. Exactly 50% area you can this side. Exactly 50%. So this is called axis of symmetry because this line divides parabola into two equal parts. It's passing from the center, middle. Okay. Now, the parabola we are going to discuss in three standard format. One is form 1. This is y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This is called standard form. Standard form. Or we can say equation form. Second one is called vertex form. Vertex form. And third one is called intercept form. Intercept form. So we are going to discuss parabola in three format. Standard form, vertex form, and intercept form. Right. Now let's start one by one. I'm taking the standard form. Y is equals to ax square plus bx plus c. And in this, if A is positive, you know parabola will go up, something like this. I told you from where it's taking U-turn, this point is called vertex. This is called vertex. Please make a note of coordinate of vertex. So coordinate of vertex is minus b by 2a. X coordinate and y coordinate is 4ac minus b square divided by 4a. And this line is called axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. In this parabola, where I'm considering A is positive, can you tell me what is the maximum value of this function? What is f of x max?
It's infinity.
Correct. As I told you, the value of functions is nothing but y coordinate of the graph. What is f of x min? What is f of x minimum value? So this is the bottom point, and the y coordinate of this bottom point is going to be the f of x minimum value. So what is the y coordinate here? 4ac minus b square by 4a. This is going to be f of x min. And here equation of symmetry. Equation of axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is going to be x is equal to minus b divided by 2a. This x coordinate. Now you understand why it's happening. Let's see if you any coordinate system. This is the coordinate system. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the origin. If any line passes through somewhere from here, maybe the coordinate is 2, 0. That will say line is parallel to y-axis and passes from here. So it means the coordinate of this one be 2, 0. If you go little up, 2, 1, little up, 2, 2, little up, 2, 3, etc. Go little down, 2, -1, further down 2, -2. So you can see the distance 2 is constant from wherever you take. This is y coordinate, here x coordinate is always constant. So what is the equation of this line? Equation of this line, equation of line parallel to y-axis is what? X is equal to some constant term k, here k is 2. So the similar way, and k is nothing but x, this is nothing but x coordinate. I'm sure this is clear to you how I'm writing the equation of axis of symmetry.
Yeah, we did quadratics in school a lot.
Yes, they are there. Maybe you have seen. Okay, so shall I close this? The same concept, very similar. You can see here I have written the same whatever I discussed. I have written here, summarized here. I'm taking the same quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c. In this case, I'm going to take if a is negative. If A is negative, everything will be the same. The only thing is parabola will opens down, right? Nothing else. Parabola will opens down. This will be the vertex, and the coordinate of vertex be minus b divided by 2a. X coordinate and y coordinate be 4ac minus b squared by 4a. Everything is as usual. And this line, obviously this line will be called axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. So now can you tell what is f of x max for this?
F of x max is also 4ac minus b squared over 4a.
Wonderful. Same y coordinate, 4ac minus b squared by 4a. And f of x min?
Min is infinity. Negative
Minus
infinity,
infinity.
sorry. Minus infinity.
And what is the equation of axis of symmetry? Equation of axis of symmetry.
It is still minus b over 2a.
X is equals to minus b over 2a. So I close it.
Yes.
Now we are going to discuss the second one. This is called vertex form of the parabola. Vertex form of the parabola. So first of all, the equation of vertex form of the parabola is A, here x minus h whole square plus k. Note, h comma k are vertex. Like previous case, if A is positive, like previous case, if A is positive, parabola will opens up. So let me open. If A is positive, parabola will opens up. And this line be axis of symmetry. And obviously this is going to be the vertex, and the coordinate of vertex is h comma k. And this is your function f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. And here I assume A is positive. Now let me ask you questions, and I'm very confident you'll get the right answer. Question number 1. What is f of x max by looking the figure?
Infinity.
Plus infinity. What is f of x min?
4ac minus b squared over 4a.
That is fine. That is for standard format. But here you see something else.
K.
So k, yes. Y coordinate of the vertex, that is k. Of course, what you say that is right, that is k here. And what is the equation of axis of symmetry? Equation of
X is equal to h.
H. Equation of axis of symmetry. That is x is equals to h. Right? Now, the same thing we can take if, let me write here is f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. I'm going to assume A is negative. When A is negative, parabola will opens down, nothing else. And everything else be same. This be the vertex, h comma k. This be the axis of symmetry. So can you quickly tell me what is f of x max for the case? This
K.
K, correct? What is f of x min?
Minus infinity.
Minus infinity. What is axis of symmetry? Equation of axis of symmetry. Equation of axis of symmetry.
X is equal to H.
X is equals to H, right? H. So I think the concepts are very crystal clear. Okay, let me ask some additional, just think and give the answer. Let us say the coordinate of this one is okay. Let us say the coordinate of this point is anything 6, 10. And the coordinate of this point is, could be anything, let us say 14, 10. So means I'm taking a line which is parallel to x-axis because you can see the, you can see the y coordinate is same. So this height is the same, okay. So can you tell me the equation of axis of symmetry? I'm just trying to ask.
Axis of symmetry is X is equal to 10.
Correct. Because you can see from here to here, the total distance is how much? 8, right? 6 to, so it means this is 4, this is 4. I understand you already know, but still I'm just explaining here. And here 6 plus 4, you add this distance, so x is equals to 10. This is the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. Okay, so it's very clear. Now let's take some other example here. It could be x is same thing. Let us say some other thing, some other number. It could be same thing. Let me take 6 minus 2 and 14 minus 2. What will be the equation of axis of symmetry in this case?
It would be X is equal to 10.
Correct.
Yeah.
Same. The only y coordinate is changing. Other concept is same, right? So equation of axis of symmetry. That is x is equal to, basically what we do, x coordinate of this point plus x coordinate of this point, 14 divided by 2. That is the basics here, right? So finally we can say x is equals to 10. Or also you can say x minus 10 is equals to 0. Both are same. So vertex form is also very clear to you. Standard form is also clear. Now we are going to discuss intercept form. Third one is the intercept form of the parabola. First you copy this intercept form of the parabola. Y is equals to a in bracket x minus m, again in bracket x minus m. This is called intercept form of parabola. So the idea here is this parabola cut x-axis at 2 points. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. Let me write. This is the y-axis. And this is x-axis. So this parabola, I'm assuming A is positive. That's the region parabola opens up. That fundamentally same. And here, if the parabola cut x-axis at m and x-axis at n. Okay. So definitely the axis of symmetry be like this, and the coordinate of this is the vertex. The coordinate of vertex we need to figure out. So can you tell me what is the x coordinate? First, can you tell me the equation of axis of symmetry? Equation of axis of symmetry.
Axis of symmetry is m plus n, is x is equal to m plus n over 2.
Correct. Like previous case I said, the coordinate of x-axis, just add these two divided by 2, that be axis of symmetry is nothing but you are telling the distance from here to here, right? So it means the same be the coordinate here. So the x coordinate of the vertex, this is the vertex, right? So x coordinate of the vertex is going to be m plus n over 2. What could be the y coordinate? What could be the y coordinate? See, in any graph, if you know the value of x, put that value to the graph, you'll be getting the value of y. So the value of y be f of m plus n divided by 2. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Let us say I know f of x is equals to 3x square plus 2x minus 1. If you know x value, so put here x, let us say x is equal to 1. So what is y? If I put here 1 in this function, we get the value of y. The same here, the x value is m plus n by 2. So what is the y value? I put the value into the function, so we'll get the y coordinate, right? Y value. Great. Juven. Now I'll ask 3 questions. I'm sure you're ready with the answers. Question number 1. Take care. A is positive here. Question number 1. The different color, the block. F of x max.
Positive infinity.
Correct. F of x min.
Minimum would be in which form? Or an intercept form? Oh,
No,
yes.
obviously in this form, the form I'm talking about. This is
Yes.
going to be the minimum value. What is the
Yes.
equation of axis of symmetry? Equation of axis of symmetry.
M plus n over 2.
X is equals to m plus n over 2, right? Now I'm changing all scenarios. Let us change all scenarios here. Now here I'm taking A is negative. So in this case, parabola will opens down, right? Let me take the
Yes.
parabola from like this. In this case, parabola opens down. This place x is equal to m. This place x is equal to n. This is going to be the vertex. So can you tell me the coordinate of vertex?
The coordinate of vertex. M plus n over 2, comma,
M plus 1 over 2. F of m plus n over 2. That's it. Now come here. What is the f of x min?
minus infinity.
Correct. Because it's going down, 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 down. So this is going to be the minus infinity. What is f of x max? Max is going to be the y coordinate of vertex. This one. That is same. F of m plus n by 2. And what is the axis of symmetry? This one.
F of x is equal to m, no, x is equal to m plus n over 2.
Perfect. So now this be very clear because we discussed everything in detail. Have a look and say it's clear.
Clear.
Okay. Now additional concept here. What do you mean by y-intercept or x-intercept of parabola? Let us say any parabola given is like this, something like this. This is the coordinate axis. Parabola goes like this. So this is your y-axis, and this is your x-axis. So first we'll try to understand what could be the intercept. So first of all, the meaning of intercept is the distance from origin to where graph cut x-axis, that is x-intercept, distance from origin to where graph cut y-axis, that is y-intercept. So you see in this case, the graph I sketched here. So we are getting two x-intercept. One is from here to here, other is this distance. This is the x-intercepts, right? And where is the y-intercept? This is the y-intercept. This is called y-intercepts. So this is called y-intercepts. Now, here I've taken one numeric example. Let's say y is equals to f of x, you can say it equals to x squared plus 4x minus 5. Now I wanted to know the x-intercept and y-intercept of this graph. I mean, let us not look the graph I sketched because that graph is not the graph of this equation what I have written. This is for the fundamental understanding. I think it's better you copied this graph.
The graph.
Yeah, I wanted
Yes.
you to be very clear with the concept of intercepts. So what is x-intercept? What is y-intercept? In this case, we have two x-intercept, one y-intercept. So we have two x-intercepts, right? 1, 2. And y-intercept is only 1. There is a possibility that, first you copy, then I'll talk. There is a possibility that graph will have graph of parabola. Only one x-intercept, only one y-intercept. How? I will show you. If you see now, this parabola is having only one x-intercept and only one y-intercept. there is also chance that parabola may have 0 x-intercept and 1 y-intercept. See this graph. This graph, you can see we have only y-intercept. There is no x-intercept because graph, doesn't cut x-axis. So there is no x-intercept. So in the first case, we got 2 x-intercept for x. Second case, we got 1 intercept for x. Third case, we got 0 intercept for x. But make a note that in all the cases, y-intercept is only 1. For this type of graph, you cannot get more than 1 y-intercept, and also you cannot get less than 1 y-intercept. Means parabola has to cut y-axis, right? Because you can see the opening like this. Not here at infinity distance, somewhere it will cut, right? So it's like this. So definitely it's going to cut. Now, point to be noted. I'm giving 2 important note here. Note number 1. You know x-intercept. Put f of x is equal to 0, or simply we can say x, or simply we can say y is equal to 0. If you want to know the value x-intercept, then you have to put fx is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
Next, note number 2. To know y-intercept, put x equal to 0. To know y-intercept, put x is equal to 0. I believe finding intercept is very clear. Good. If you want to know the x-intercept, put y is equal to 0. If you want to know y-intercept, put x is equal to 0. Right. Now I'll take this question, so no confusion now. Can you, let's take here is, get the y-intercept of this parabola.
Y-intercept is minus 5.
Minus 5. And will parabola opens up or opens down?
Up.
Parabola opens up. So I don't know exact shape, but how it's be? Y-intercept is minus 5, so minus 5 could be somewhere here. And opening up, so parabola should go something like this. Am I right? Even it can go something like this also. Yes. We don't know from where it's going. Because for that we need to identify where is the vertex. So for this, I'm not calculating exactly where is the vertex. I'm just giving the rough idea. It has to cut y-axis minus 5 because we are getting y-intercept minus 5. Okay. Can you tell me the x-intercept of the parabola?
The x-intercepts are x plus 5 and x minus 1. Well, no, but the intercepts themselves are minus 5 and 1.
Minus?
Minus 5 and 1.
Good. So if you want to know the x-intercept, as I told you, what we can do, put y is equal to 0. So 0 is equals to x squared plus 4x minus 5, x squared plus 5x minus 5 is equals to 0. So x plus 5 minus 1, x plus 5 is equals to 0. Yes. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 5. Okay. So here we are getting two x-intercepts. Okay, so can you try this problem?